there we go. That microphone is on. Welcome, everyone. Glad to have you all on board today. It is another fine, cold day here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And, of course, I'm your host, DrFox2000. You're watching VolcanoX live stream. Glad to have you all on board. And can we get Dr. Fox to make snow angels on the live stream? Tom? No. It's too cold. Forget that noise. I don't know where I'd make a snow angel. It'd be really tough. We'll see. Maybe we can do one. Maybe. We'll have to take a look and see what the weather is going to like. And just say no, LOL, yeah. Tell you what, Tom, you send me a picture of one that you made, and then I will accommodate you. And make sure that you show us that you're actually the one making it, okay? Not some other little kid, or maybe Pepper. Actually, that'd be kind of neat. What would it look like with Pepper making a snow angel? Interesting. I don't think that quite works, but all right. Anyway, welcome everyone. Thank you for the welcomes from all of you wonderful people. We got Oz saying a good day, Doc, and hi, I hear you from Sue Hayes, and Kevin saying welcome, Dr. Fox. Same as Sasha and Hermione and Fluffy. I'm assuming Fluffy is there. And okay, cold in the Midwest. Yep. And Tanto is here. Welcome from Tanto is from France. So good to have a whole bunch of people on board from all over the place. From Hawaii and all kinds of places. So really cool, really awesome. Anyway, first person in today, made it in, is Chicky Gomberg. So we'll get that out of the way. Chicky got the cookies. Way to go, and congratulations for being a first one in today, Chicky. And that is awesome. And let's see, what is there for big volcano news? Nothing. Unfortunately, no big volcano news today. And for some reason, I feel dead tired. It was an interesting start to the day. Before I start to say hi to everyone, of course, you guys all heard that I was having problems with getting my van running. And of course, last night it did start and was able to get it running. And so I let it run for a bit and thawed out a little bit. And of course, then made sure it was plugged in properly and everything. And then of course this morning, yeah, no news is bad news. Bad news lava wise. Yeah, it is a storm chaser. It is. I am tired, Sarah. I am just drained. Really, I don't feel up to snuff. I did have a little bit of a nap, and that did not recharge my batteries like I wish it would have. So, but anyway, back to the story about my van. And why is this thing keep buffering? Keep getting a buffering for some reason on our lava stuff going on here. I don't know what the heck is going on. I have to jump back a little bit every once in a while to stop it from buffering. Anyway, what you see, stalking image on Mount Etna. Yeah, that is a stalking image. That's your lava stalking, and we're hoping that it is filled with lava. For those people who don't actually see that, I can draw on that. But anyway, let me finish off with my story about the van. So, anyway, the You know, great this morning. I tried it with the remote start. It had no problem starting. And of course, I shut my breaker off, all that stuff. And that was all good. No, it's not your Wi-Fi freezing. It was theirs. Something is not right. So that buffering was only on their side, not on ours. We are sending signals properly here. So sometimes that happens. Anyway, back to the van. So this morning, of course, I clear off the snow off the windshield and the windows and stuff, and I back out. And I thought, geez, you know, that feels a little bit funny with the way it drove. So I moved ahead a little bit, and I'm going, okay, there's something wrong. So I stopped and I got out, and I look at my front passenger tire is completely flat. And I thought to myself, no, this can't be happening. And anyone who lives in a very cold climate knows that when you have this severely cold weather, your air pressure of course, air condenses contracts as far as volume, and your air pressure goes down. And what can happen, of course, is the air can actually drain right out. Anyway, I put my little pump on there. I got one of those 12-volt pumps. Actually, it's a fairly good one. It does a pretty good job. And it was just not pumping it up. And I thought to myself, oh, God, now what? And I thought for sure I broke the bead off the rim kind of thing, and it wasn't holding air anymore. So anyway, I backed it up, put it back in the parking stall so I could see what was going on there. I got the jack out. I was going to change the tire, and anyway, I basically jacked up the vehicle. And of course, being the wise guy I am, sometimes what happens is when you take the pressure off the tire itself, your bead will pop back into place. So I did exactly that. Put the pump back on, and it held air without any problems. So I was very, very happy. I didn't have to change the actual tire, which is always difficult. And Sasha, yeah, sure. Always check your air pressure every day. Whenever you're looking at it in the 6 feet of snow that's on that side of the vehicle, absolutely. You come and shovel the snow away for me, and I will be happy to. Anyway, so luckily it was only having to pump it back up after it was jacked up a little bit, so it wasn't too bad. And did make it over to the deli and did get all my goodies that I wanted to, except I forgot to go over to the bakery. So I do have a run tomorrow morning that I need to attend to. But that is not a big deal, because that's only getting into the bakery and getting out of there. And we'll do that tomorrow morning. So other than that, hey, it is what it is. Oh, darn it. This thing is buffering again. There we go. Put it back a little bit. Anyway, we'll say hello to everyone in here. And I see some old faces, some new faces, some happy faces. And hopefully everyone is enjoying their season so far. And of course, it is December 23rd here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I'm sure it's already Christmas Eve day in some places, and I hope everyone is doing their thing and is happy. So before we get to the stuff here, hang on, let's see, where's my whiteboard? I gotta make sure we get that so we can see that Christmas stocking for those who aren't so visually inclined, and we'll see if we can draw that out. I know it's fuzzy right now, but that's okay. Oh, we need yellow. Let's see if we can get that in a yellow color. And they changed the things on this thing. Okay, and let's try that one. So somewhere Why is that not showing up? There we go. And there you can see your Christmas stocking. And there. So, yeah, that's your lava Christmas stocking. A boot. No, not a boot. A stocking. And there's stuff coming out of it at the other end, at the top end. So, all cool. Anyway, that is pretty awesome. And nice to see that, you guys. Anyway, we'll clear that off, and we'll get into saying hello to everyone. I'm going to turn off the big banner as well. That is a little bit annoying. And welcome to Sharon Stewart and Robert Ferry, and Sasha is in the house. Hermione and Fluffy are here. Sarah Miles is back. Storm Chaser 1211. There we go. I was going to say 2111, but I got it right. Welcome, Storm Chaser. Sue Hayes on board. Good to see you. And let's see. Kevin Haynes is in the house. Kathy is here. Aloha, Kathy. And Oz made it in. Welcome, Oz. Glad to have you on board. Larry Vladika. How the heck are you? Good to see you on board, and welcome back. Peace on Earth, you bet, buddy. That is what we hope for. Did I say Sarah Miles? I think I might have. And going up, Teresa is in here. Aloha, Teresa. Tom Dice made it in. Full Circle, Florida. Yep, get some clothes on. It's getting chilly there. And let's see, Chicky Gomberg, of course, who got the cookies today. Excellent. Charlotte also in, and welcome, Charlotte. And let's see, Kathy, Sue, we got Hermione, we got going up the list. And Tanto, Tanto from France is here. Welcome. And Teresa, we got you there. And let's see, of course, Oz is in here. And Oz is saying congrats on the 700 on the bunny stream, the thumbs up. Oz, that bounces up and down a little bit every once in a while. Unless somebody wants to go over there and make sure that it stays way up. We need about a dozen more, that way it won't pop back down. That would be really cool. And let's see, going up some more, looking for more names. And let's see who we've got. We got Robert, yep, sliding up, seeing lots of repeats. That means lots of chatting going on, which is really nice. And glad the Lava family is chatting amongst themselves. Henry Nelson also here. Good to see you, Henry. And still scrolling up here looking for others. While we're doing that, I will say welcome to our moderators: Arizona Snowman, Piggy, CND Boy, Gary at 24/7 Live, he's at Skies, and then possibly Lucas Snow, as well as Joseph Fields. So nice to have those guys on board. And Peter Greenlee's also here. Welcome, Peter. And Peter was the lucky recipient. Oz gifted one membership, and Peter got the membership, so that was great. Still scrolling up here, looking for other names. Larry L. also in the house. Welcome. And let's see, who did we not get? OFU Lux is here, as well as Kevin Williams. And yeah, as I mentioned, OFU Lux says, be right back, and then all of a sudden we have a UFO on the screen, and then the UFO disappears, and then all of a sudden OFU Lux is back in the chat. And I find that a little bit suspicious. Lizoid is also here. Welcome, Lizoid. And still scrolling up, we got Henry, we got Hermione and Fluffy. And let's see, who else am I missing? And still scrolling up here looking for others. So hang in there. And yeah, I do feel tired for those who have noticed that. Billy Bob Joe is here. What do I need? I need to, somebody was saying you need to take something or whatever. No, I think I just need rest for a day or two. One of the things that happens is when you have it so cold outside and you go out quite a bit, that takes a lot out of you. It really, really does. And one of the things that I usually try to watch with my diet is not too much salt in my diet. And when you are going out in the extremely cold temperatures like this, you do need to make sure that you maintain a fair amount of salt in your system. Tetra is also here. Welcome, Tetra. Glad to have you back on board. Did I say hi to Billy Bob Joe? I think I did. And going up some more. I'm up as high as I can see and don't see anyone else. Kevin Haynes, Kevin Williams. Yep, got the both of them. Back down to the bottom looking for that. Cut the stream short tonight, Doc. Well, we'll see. We'll see how I feel. If I fall asleep, we'll know what happened. Okay, just so you know that. Santa's Wonky Donkey is here. Welcome, Trev. Glad to have you back on board. And let's see, who else we got? I'm just double checking on the bottom end here. So I think we're pretty close to everybody is in. And yep, that's good for now. So, yeah, Yvonne Kunkel got home safe and sound, just so you guys know that. She is back in Germany. She did leave Mount Etna and Sicily today. And the lava workers were supposed to set up the full-blown eruption. They have failed us. And we're hoping that they will still come through. We're hoping that we're going to see some lava somewhere. That would be really, really nice. But right now we are looking at very quiet times. And it seems that the only thing really erupting around the world is Semeru and Etna right now, as far as the major ones. So that's what we're seeing. We have a few others that are on simmer, and of course Popocatépetl in Mexico, and of course we've got Fuego in Guatemala that's doing its thing as well. But the other ones just not quite getting up to snuff to give us a full-blown view of lovely lava. And I wish we had some. Anyway, let's start heading around the world. So we said hi to everyone. If I did miss someone, didn't say your name, please forgive me. I do try to say hi to everyone in here. And sometimes scrolling up, we do miss a name or two. And if I did that, I do apologize. And you can yell at me. You're welcome to do that. And anyway, that should be good. Kathy says, you are such a good host. And Mela Kalika, sorry, let me try this again here. Mela Kaliki Maka. Mela Kaliki Maka is supposed to be Hawaiian for Merry Christmas. I hope I said that right, Kathy. And pretty close. I can say it in German real easy. Fröhlichen Weihnachten. Or how about in English? Merry Christmas. And then there's the other one in French. Joyous Noel. And that was easy. How about Feliz Navidad? There we go. So that's what, 4 languages already? I said Merry Christmas in. That's pretty awesome. Anyway, all good. Where's the UFO? We seen him earlier. I know he was around somewhere. He might be hiding up in the top corner somewhere. And let's clear that off. I think we've got a problem here with the whiteboard. And yeah, that UFO was flying around here. I see him now. And it's funny, we see the UFO, but we don't see OFU Lux. What's going on? And I bet you as soon as that UFO disappears, he'll come back. That always happens that way. So I bet you he'll be back in the channel. Sharon Stewart says, good Doc, Merry multilingual Christmas. Thank you very kindly, Sharon Stewart. And Judy M. also in the house. Welcome. And let's see, in Finnish is Huska Yolua. Huska Yolula. Oh, boy, my tongue is not going to get around that one very easily there, Kevin, but thank you. And that's in Finnish, so Huska Yolua. Huska Yolua. My Christmas packages are delayed. Oh no, Sarah, that is not good. And hopefully you'll get something tomorrow morning yet. I don't know. Depends on where they're delayed or if they're coming elsewhere. We are missing Sophie. Yeah, Sophie hasn't popped in yet. I'm sure Sophie will be along shortly. She is usually here. Lots of people pop in and out. Actually, you know, there's they probably have stuff going on, you know, like a real life. So hopefully they will be along, and we will be able to say Merry Christmas to them as well. She's probably knitting. Could be there, Sue. Could be. Anyway, let's go truck around the world a little bit and see what is happening. And yeah, those, you know, that's one thing that I really am not fond of nowadays with, you know, you order something and sometimes it doesn't show up, or sometimes it takes a long time to get something, and it is, you know, I'm old-fashioned. If you want to get somebody something, you go to the store, you buy it off the shelf, you've got it in your hand, you take it home, you wrap it, and then you send it to them or give it to them. That is usually, you know, my old school method that I like to use, and hopefully, you know, it'll get back to that. But yeah, people order stuff, and then you know, we've got all kinds of things that, like porch pirates and who knows whatever else is out there stealing Christmas gifts. Sometimes we have you know, things like inclement weather slowing down the shipping, and that happens too. No one goes to the malls anymore. Yeah, that's Sasha, that's exactly right. Well, actually, that's not quite true. People do still go to the malls, but a lot of the stuff is done online, and that is one of those things. Me too, Doc, hand-picked and lovingly wrapped. And yep, Oz, that is kind of the way it is, you know, from the way I look at it. I made origami gifts for all my family this year, the boxes in which to present them, and it was so much fun to do so. Excellent, Charlotte. All good. And yeah, I find sometimes sending things nowadays is a real hassle. You know, when you have to rely on mail services and stuff like that. I don't know. It's just what it is. Anyway, let's go cruise around here a little bit. And of course, I had to do some more updating, so things are all messed up again for me. So a little bit of a challenge. Phil, welcome. Glad to have you on here. Sesta no leg. Sesta no leg. I hope I pronounced that right. I don't know what language that is, but thank you. Glad to have you on board. Unless that was a bad statement. Volcano cruising. Yep, let's go here first. That, of course, is Iceland, the wonderful city of Reykjavik, the capital city. And you see the blue beacon going by saying, hey, don't fly into me. I'm here. That's on top of the Perlin Center where this camera is located. And, of course, you see a good portion of the cityscape of Iceland. There, the blue building over there, that's the big cathedral or church. And that is quite nice to see it all lit up. And the darker areas here are actually the runways for the regional airport. And it doesn't look too bad there. Let's go back during the day. We're going to go back about 9.5 hours, I guess. Gives you a pretty good idea. Of course, the days being so long or so short, and the nights being so long, we know the sun doesn't rise very high above the horizon for them there in Reykjavik or in Iceland, period. And that is kind of what we're seeing there. They do still have a lot of snow kicking around, so that is what they've got. But hey, it is what it is, and that's back to live there. The other camera still really foggy, so we're not going to see a heck of a lot off of that, even if we go back a bunch of hours in the supposed daylight. And yeah, too foggy, unfortunately. And let's go to this one, and we'll back that one up as well. This actually had a fairly decent view today of Katla, and there is Katla, the big mountain, the snow pile. That is where Katla is located. It's under there somewhere. Must go. I had to press a like. Night. Thanks, Phil, and you take care. And hopefully you're going to have a very Merry Christmas. Okay, so yeah, Katla not doing a heck of a lot. Looks pretty there though, with the almost a twilight looking style environment. And let's see if we have any difference here with going ahead just a little bit. And that should be about, yeah, it really doesn't do much there. 8 hours and 41 minutes behind, and that's what we see there. So kind of awesome looking, but really not doing a heck of a lot. A little on the cold side. Putting it back to live. The other one, of course, is this shot that we pick up. You can see the lights of Grindavik over here, and on occasion you can see the tower lights flashing wherever they are. Sometimes they're right behind the steam, and we've got some steam geysers out in the front here. There you can see the lights, and the steam is coming off of those, so that hides them a little bit. If we go back about 8-9 hours as well, there you can see there's the oh hey, look, we got alien mobiles driving around. That was pretty cool. I wonder what he's doing. Yep, driving around in the snow. That is pretty cool. I wasn't expecting that. All right, I must have missed that earlier. The guy must know where he's going, though. Hey, Cananaskis country, good to have you on board. Anyway, you do see the venting of the steam coming out of the geysers over here. And that, of course, and also over here in the power plant area, and that's what they're doing, using that geothermal heat to create power, which is pretty awesome. But no new volcano. Somebody was thinking that there was one there, but that would be right around here. You do see the glow of Reykjavik in the background, and that is pretty cool as well. Let's pop over to the harmonic tremor chart. Going to refresh that one really quick and see what we've got. Whoa, I'm moving that a little too quick there today. I don't know why. Some days it just wants to take off like a bat out of... there we go. Anyway, let's refresh it. Pardon me. And there we see our little tremors and quakes in the area. So we do have some seismic activity, not much though. Nothing huge, no big spikes like what we had a couple days ago or even yesterday's. So things are a little bit quieter there in Iceland. And we'll take a look down at the Grindavik one, but we'll stop at the Grimsey one all the way there. There's the Grimsey chart, and Grimsey, of course, on the upward trend, which is kind of nice. The other ones are looking pretty flatlined, if you will. So thanks for the 2-minute warning. And let's see. Oh, did I pass Grindavik? I did too. So there's our Grindavik chart. We do see a few little tremors in there, but nothing serious. And pretty, like I said, pretty much mundane. Mona Alfano, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. Shoot, company just arrived by. Oh, darn. Okay, well, entertain them and see you. Maybe let them join in here, Mona. That's all good. And one more to look at. We want to take a peek at Kristuvik. We also see Herdebreit coming down in level and holding pretty steady. So we'll likely see more quakes in that area, but we're not seeing anything erupting there. So just some kind of a transitional movement, I think. And Kristuvik, where are you? You've got to be here somewhere. There it is, Kristuvik. Up and down and up and down and up and down. So, yep, steady as she goes. We are seeing downward trends there as well. Quick peek at the earthquakes before we go take that break. Only 37 earthquakes today there in Iceland, so stands to reason that we have a lot less activity going on. And it's unfortunate, but you know, maybe the lava workers are all taking Christmas holidays this year. I have no idea, but that is what it's looking like. Anyway, we'll get back to this after the break, and we'll run through it. For right now, I'll see if I can put you back on the lava. Or would you rather have some canned lava? Because this isn't really jumping up and down and doing anything wild, and I prefer seeing a little bit of action on here. And what do you think? Canned lava or buffering Sicily? I don't know. Let me put it on canned lava. Yeah, lava magic. Let's put it on there. We'll see if we can get some canned lava out of this. Gotta find the right page though. And we'll turn that back on. There we go. There's some canned lava for you. And that at least is moving and fluctuating and glowing and doing things. We like it. Anyway, for those good people who are here, if you have not yet hit that like button, help us out. It's the easiest and cheapest way to support the stream. Give it a quick bump. And on that note, also, if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. Usually we have some really awesome lava flowing, and that would be really cool, and that'd be nice of you. DJ Puff the third also made it in. Good to have you on board. Okay, I'm going to go take a break, you guys, and hopefully I won't fall asleep. I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. Don't go away. Thanks, everyone. go. That microphone is back on. So welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you on board here. Hermione, if you have to go to sleep, go to sleep. It's better you get rested up and take a fluffy with you. Good night, Hermione. Get some rest. And thank you, Sue Hayes and Kevin Haynes and DJ, I think, and Kananaskis Country, and thanks to Hermione and Sasha, everyone for the welcome backs. Okay, the question was asked. I put the comment in there as to I remembered even to buy cackle berries for Christmas for tomorrow morning's breakfast. Of course, for those people who are not familiar with cackleberries, I'm going to ask you the simple question of what does a hen do when she's laying eggs? She is cackling. She is a cackling chicken, and hopefully that will be all right. And so chickens cackle, hence the cackleberries, right? I hope you guys get it. That is some humor. You got it, Oz. Egg, huh? Egg, yeah, that's cackleberries. Eggs. Walk. All right. Hopefully that made sense. Kathy, are you still with us? You understand? Chickens do the cackling. And all right. I hope I got it. AKA what? Bum. All right, Oz. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. Oh, that could be misconstrued in more ways than one, that statement. Oh boy, let's not let this go downhill. Anyway, all good. Yeah. So it is one of those things. Anyway, let's leave our canned lava be. And we were over taking a look at the earthquakes. Let's have a look and see what we've got for quakes there in Iceland. Like I said, there's only about 37 of them, so this should be fairly quick, and we'll run through them. I did see some offshore out in the water here, south of or southwest out on the Reykjanes Ridge area. Anyway, we'll start with this one. 1743, 1.1, 9.4 kilometers down. Then we've got a 0.2, 6.1 kilometers down from 2245. And next to him, we've got a 1.25, 5.1 kilometers down, 6:33 this morning. And then a 1.14, 4.9 kilometers down at 10:45 was the time on that one. Another one at 10:45, another a 1.1, and that is 5.2 kilometers down. Then we've got a 0.8, that is 7 kilometers down from 2210. And then this guy here, 1.05 in magnitude, 5.5 kilometers down from 4:43 in the morning. And getting onto land, this is the area where our steam vents are and stuff like that. So 6:53 a.m., 0.18, 4.1 kilometers down, and a 0.17, 5.2 kilometers down from 5:08 this morning. Eggs, oh, cackleberry, I got it, mahalo. Okay, good that you've got it. And for those people who aren't familiar with the Reykjanes Peninsula, the town of Grindavik down here, and there's where the Blue Lagoon is located, the power plant and a hotel. And then, of course, if we zoom it back out, you can see the International Keflavik Airport, Keflavik, Reykjanesbar, Yardvik. So that's those areas. And, of course, our wonderful area here is Fregdalfjall, and that is where Ragnar is. And that's the Siggy Fisher over here. So it looks pretty cool. And up here on Storihöga, we've got this one, a 0.25, 8.5 kilometers down, 12 noon is the time on that one. Then we have from 1457, a 0.29, 5.2 kilometers down for him. So a little bit of activity, and you can kind of see that line going around it here. That gives you a pretty good idea what our Fragile system is, or where it's located, and it is its own little independent system. It's not so much reliant on the other guys around it. Anyway, next one over here is Krivik, and then they have a few little ones as well. 0.76, 5 kilometers down, 1331 for that one. Then up in the lake, 0.55 and 4.1 kilometers down, 7:14 a.m. And then from 4:34, we had a 0.46, and that is 5.3 kilometers down for that one. Sliding over, we see a big empty space, nothing until you get fairly close to Hekla, and that is this one here, 1.02, 6.5 kilometers down, 1351 for him. And over here at Katla, we have a very small quake, 0.45, 135 meters down, 1345 was the time on that. So really not that much happening on the bottom end. Looking at this one, kind of in between Grimsvatn and this other guy over here, and that is a very small 0.1, 10.7 kilometers down from 2357. Then we have this 0 here, 4.7 kilometers down from 10:04 a.m. Then a 0.6, also from 10:04 a.m. at 2.7 kilometers depth. And this one here, a magnitude 1, 3.9 kilometers down from 2020. Then there's a little 0.32 here, 6.4 kilometers down from 10:14 this morning. And looking at Astja, we have a few just right around Astja, nothing major. This one over here, 0.01, very small, 5.1 kilometers down. 13:07 was the time on it. This one, 0.3, 5.2 kilometers down, 17:04. This is the newest one, and this is already on the 24th. Happy Christmas Eve to that guy. And that is 45 minutes after midnight Iceland time, and that is 2.6 clicks down. Then we've got this 1.38, 3.6 kilometers down from 1459. This single little 0.01, 5.1 clicks down. I think we got him at 13:07. And let's see what we got over at Hedebride. And we have this guy, 0.4, 5.5 kilometers down, 1732. Next one is this 0.19, 3.6 clicks down from 1339. And from 2356, we have a 0.8, 2.6 kilometers down. Newer, a 1.1 from 2222. And that is 5.2 kilometers down. And then we have a 0.23, 6.8 kilometers down from 4:54 a.m. Sliding up a little bit more, and looking at these other ones, 0.28. You notice these are very small little tremors all over the place, and nothing substantial, nothing big. So I think right now everything is kind of on the resting side. 0.28, 5.2 kilometers down, 1:36 a.m. for him. 0.46, 7.1 clicks down at 10:17. This 0.18, 10.7 kilometers down, 13:59 for him. Then we've got a 1.4, half a kilometer down, and that was from 21:29. And we will go take a look. Looks like there's two right on top of each other right here. 1.21, 10.3 clicks down, 6:30 this morning. And let's see if it'll show us, this is at 6:35, 1.06, 11.8 kilometers down for that one. And then we've got a 1.5 here, 11.5 kilometers down, 17:32 for the time on it. And this is Grimsey over here, by the way. And there's a 1.3, 5.6 kilometers down. 21:41 was the time on that one. So I think we got them all. I think I might have missed this point 10.7 kilometers down of 13:59, but we got them all. So that's your 39 quakes that are showing up there. We had 37 on the list before, so a couple more. But hey, that's all right. That's all we've got, though. And that is a quiet time there in Iceland. Let's move on. We will pop over to the Azores. And why did I leave it on that map? Okay. Azores, rough shape, very windy and stormy there right now. This, of course, is the Harbor Lights and the little town site on the southern side of the island. And you see this is a drop of water on the lens. Normally you would see some lights from Pico Island, but they are not visible right now. Unfortunately, let's go take a look at the little cove. And yep, I think no, they didn't shut it off yet. It's not midnight yet there. We do see that there's a little bit of wave action and not a heck of a lot. So it's inclement weather, but it's not overly rough seas there right now. Let's take a look. And on this one, I had to refresh it earlier because I thought to myself, what's going on? Is this broken? And there are no quakes on the island of São Jorge, or São Jorge, if you want to pronounce it in Portuguese. But that is what we've got there right now. So no new quakes on São Jorge. And of course, that is São Jorge there. This is Pico Island, Fiel Island, and Terceira. This is where the other volcano is located over here. So we're not seeing a heck of a lot there. Let's go to the other map. I'm going to refresh that one just in case there was something that I missed earlier. And yep, they do still have the 3 listed. Of course, there you can see São Jorge and Pico Island and Terceira. And here are 2 quakes, and that is a 2.3 from 20 hours ago. If we click on it, we can see the depth on it, 1.9 miles or 3 kilometers. And the other one is 2.4, 6 kilometers down, and that is from, what time is it? 3:25 a.m. their time. Then this other one here happened about an hour and 24 minutes ago, according to this, 2.7, and that is a surface quake. So we do have some activity there, but nothing really major. And I'm zooming out for a reason, so we can show where that is located for those who don't quite understand. This is Spain over here and Portugal. You can see Ireland and England. And on the other side here, you can see Newfoundland and Nova Scotia and New York over here. And if we go a little further, there's Florida, where they are having a really bad weather. I don't know what they got. But anyway, Eurasian plate, African plate, and the North American plate. And here's your divider line, of course, and that is the Mid-Atlantic Ridge and the East Azores fault there. So that gives you a pretty good idea of what we're looking at. Anyway, I'll leave that be. I'm going to pop back over to the next volcano. Thank you for the 5-minute warning. And let's get on to that one. That is Popocatépetl. And it was doing things today, but really it was quiet for the most part too. I didn't see anything major coming out of it, and of course it was in clouds quite a bit today. I want to see if I can get to this one here. There was right around here. That was at 1300 or 1305 is actually what I wrote down. You can see the plume up at the top here. And let's see if it clears up enough. You can see it coming out of the volcano. but we didn't see when it started because of cloud cover. And that is always a real nuisance when you can't see the darn things. And prior to that, it was basically all undercover, and that is not good. Anyway, yeah, this is what it looked like earlier today. Just gray, and I couldn't see a darn thing. So nighttime was pretty bad for them. They did have a storm going through there. This, of course, is just about all the way back to midnight. And I'm surprised we're able to go back that far. That is almost, wow, 18 hours. That's pretty amazing to be able to go back that far in a stream. But anyway, that's what we're seeing there. Pretty quiet volcano, nothing major going on. So we will leave it be. Of course, it is 1856 there right now, time-wise. And you can see that there is a little bit of smoke coming out of it, but we don't have anything else. And going over here to the next one, a little further south in Guatemala. And here we have Fuego. And Fuego has been fairly quiet as well. And it's been hiding in the clouds quite a bit as well. Let's see if we can get to a shot here that looks pretty cool. And that is the sunset shot. And of course, with a little less SO2 in the atmosphere, it looks a little bit more reasonable. It too was in the clouds for the most part, but we do have a couple of points there. Oh, let's back that up a little bit and see if we can see that a little bit more. Anyway, let's back that up 10 seconds at a time. There we go. And just back it up. All right. It was hard to see some of these things as they were happening, but there it is. So that's when it was erupting, and that is just after 3 p.m. Their time. It looked pretty cool, and that plume kept on going for a little while. One of the things you may notice, that plume is heading fairly vertically and going straight up. Not that much wind happening there, not like what they normally get. So a very dirty, very dark plume full of ash, tephra, and all kinds of other things that you don't want to breathe. Okay, so pretty awesome. And we'll let that guy cook for a little bit there while I search for our other spots here. And I really didn't have anything else written down on it. There was a couple of small ones earlier that I noticed, but they weren't really anything to, in comparison to this, they were nothing to talk about. I think we might have found a bigger one here. Yep, this one is a little bit larger and more juicy. So let's back it up a little bit more. And this is from earlier in the morning, 9:29. I think it was 9:30ish that it popped. And let's keep going forward here a little bit. There we go. And that is the Fuego we all know and love, and that it is throwing out very quick bursts, and that looks pretty awesome. So yeah, you wouldn't want to be anywhere near that. You notice these the kind of draining stuff here, or stuff falling down. That's ash coming down, you guys. That is heavier tephra, and it is just coating the sides of that mountain with that tephra. So pretty awesome to see. Now this one kept on going for a little while as well. The thing that you can see of coming off the side of the mountain, of course, is a lot of dust and stuff. That's a good indicator that this was ejecting lumps of tephra, and as those hit, of course, they create dust clouds, and that is what we were looking at. And pretty awesome, like it. Don't know if how long that one went on. It was, I think, a double whammy, if I recall. But that is there. Yeah, I kept on going for a while. So it wasn't too bad. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on it. That one is, it's pretty interesting, pretty active. But it is getting to the point where it is a break time, you guys. And I will leave that on there while I yak about what we're going to do next. So for those good people who have not yet hit that like button, help us out if you can. Hit that like. It is the cheapest and easiest way to help support the stream, of course. Also for those good people who, hey, I see Grandma B came in. Welcome, Grandma B. For those good people who haven't subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. Anyway, on that friendly note, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in cold Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And I am going to go on a break for 5 or 6 minutes. When we get back, we will show you some bacon seeds and a couple of funnies and the contents of the package that Piggy received from Oz. So that'll be cool. Anyway, don't go away. Lots more to come. It is a break time. I'm going, putting you back on the canned lava. Don't go away. Back in a little bit. Thanks. we've got the microphone back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm glad to have you on board. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching a VolcanoX live stream. And of course, we did promise that we were going to do bacon seeds. So we're going to get over there right away. And thank you for the welcome back from Kevin Haynes and from Thor. Good to see you, Thor. And Sue Hayes and Gren Zed is also in the channel. Welcome. And Oz, thank you. And let's see, Teresa, thanks. All good. I'm the shy one on every day, but squeak once in a while about here about what every night all. Okay. No worries, and that is all good. Teresa, you're more than welcome to be here. That is great. And let's see, Oz, what? I get Aussie black licorice. Oh, Aussie black licorice, and that would be interesting. Anyway, yeah, not good for the teeth, but it's interesting. Anyway, let's get over to the bacon seeds. First, what we are going to do, though, is we're going to look at the package that was sent to Piggy. And this is what is right there. So Piggy laid it all out. These are all the items that were sent to Piggy from Oz, from down under. And that is pretty cool. Oz, I just want to make sure, do I have this picture right side up? Yeah, I'm kidding. It's all good. And we can see all kinds of things in there. Tales of the Dream Time. Very cool. And I see a platypus there, and a kiwi, and a Milo, and there's some Tim Tams, Vegemite. Looks like a kangaroo cup holder to keep your Frosties cold, and all kinds of chocolate bars. And what else is there? That blanket? I have no idea. More stuff there. So wow. No, it's a downside up dock. Hang on. Can I fix that? It's all good. I think we can read things. Anyway, yeah, you can see those Tim Tams on there if you haven't looked at that, and that is pretty awesome. So thank you very much, Oz, for sending that out to Piggy. That is lovely. And jumpies. I have no idea what jumpies are. But that looks neat. And there's stuff in there. I can't even tell what's all in there. There's so much. But that looks really, really awesome. Echidna. Echidna? It's an echidna. Okay. Echidna. Thanks, Cananascus. And alright, so yeah, looks pretty cool. More sunshine coming. Okay, sunshine. Yeah. Careful, Kathy. Sunshine is different than sunshine, and that is very awesome. And thank you for doing what you do there, Oz. That is, of course, great to, like you said, give the gifts. And that is always a very nice thing, a nice gesture. And the people that receive them, of course, they end up loving what they're getting. So very awesome and very kind of you. So thank you, Oz. You are a very, very decent person to do that. So appreciate it. Anyway, let's carry on with the rest of what we got here for bacon seeds. We want to get back to the ones that we need to look at here. And I'm hoping I'm getting back to the right one. And we'll turn this one off. Let's see, there we go. Okay, that is where we left off yesterday. And of course, Piggy sent us a whole bunch more. So we want to go like that. There's Piggy sending them. And of course, here is the first one for today. And this one likes to be cuddled. And look at the smile on its face. That is pretty awesome. I like that. When they are smiling like that, it's always neat. Here is the next bacon seed. And that one's a little roadrunner. Boy, he's black. That looks pretty dark, that little guy. And that is awesome. And let's continue on with more wonderful bacon seeds. And here's another one, another black guy. And he's got pointy ears. Looks like a Vulcan. It's a Vulcan pig. And pretty awesome. And looking at the camera going, what are you taking my picture for? And next one is, holy Batman, it's a basket full of piggies. Anyway, these guys are all the same color. Must be from the same lot. So very cool to see. Janice, Karen, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. And let's get to the next one. And thank you, Piggy, for the seeds. Yeah, she did a wonderful job again. That is these guys here. And again, looking into the camera, going, hey, can I eat that thing? And in case you're wondering, what do pigs eat? Well, anything that you leave laying around. They'll eat your camera too. And next one is this guy. Oh, hang on. That is a slightly different style of pig. And of course, that is a glow-in-the-dark one. And the other one beside it on the left side isn't really that glowy, but definitely a wonderful combination there. So always love seeing the bacon seeds and the tributes to bacon seeds. And of course, this is a Christmassy one. So that is what we've got. Pretty awesome. And the last bacon seed for today is this cuddly guy here. Says Santa arrived early. And there you go. He's wearing his Santa hat and cuddled up into a wonderful red blanket. So that is our wonderful piggy in a blanket today. Very awesome. And that is our last bacon seed. Now we've got some two funnies here, and of course, if you are a dog owner, you will appreciate these ones. And of course, let's see if we can get to them. This one first, of course. Hello, this is a Doggo Support. And Doggo Support listens carefully to what was being said. Okay, and the response is, have you tried throwing it up and eating it again? Ooh. Yeah, only a dog owner would understand that one. And that is pretty yucky. All right, next one. Dogs do that. Yeah, I know. I used to have dogs, and yes, they do that. It is what it is. Here's the next one, and this one is calling in to a 911. What is your emergency? And the dog replies, my owner has been gone for 0.02 seconds. 911 responds, have you tried eating the couch? I thought that was a little funny. But I'm sure that'll be on the agenda. Those are the two funnies for today, and we will carry on looking at other volcanoes. Let's get back at it. And I've never had one eat a couch before, and Did you get the donkey funny? The donkey funny? You sent a donkey funny? Did I miss something? I got seeds. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, hang on. Let me take a look at that real quick. Oh, that one. I am. Hang on. We gotta save. Save image. How do we do that on this page? Oh boy. It's because it's embedded. It's not so easy to do. It says a save link. No, I want to save the image. And there we go. We got the image. Let's see if we can post that somehow. All right, I'm gonna try over here on my other computer, or other screen, I should say. And let's see if we can get that to work. And I'm gonna reopen that one, and we'll show everyone. So of course this is from Facebook is what we were looking at, and now I just got to find where we are here, and let's get on to that. There we go. That should bring it up in a second, and we'll see what we can find. And there it is. Okay, let me scroll that up just a tad bit so we can see it. Okay, have you been out partying all night again? Haven't you? You've been out. Okay, so that is, of course, the wife, and this is the husband, donkey. And Trevor, is that you? Have you come back looking like that? I think that is what's going on. Yep, I've been out partying all night again, and that is from Facebook, you guys. So you can catch wonderful things like that on there. Pretty awesome, and very cool. So he got caught, and that is kind of funny. I gotta like it. Anyway, let's leave that be, and we'll turn that one off, and we will go back to our next volcano we didn't look at yet, and let's see if we can actually see it before they move the cameras around too much. They had some problems getting a focus and a picture on this earlier, but they were moving the camera around and doing something with it. Anyway, this is San Miguel in of course in El Salvador. So as we head south, there are others that had similar things going on. So this one didn't do anything today, and that was pretty good. I thought that's Trev T. I wonder if his wife stands at the door like that. There, Sue. And thanks for sending that in. Anyway, San Miguel not doing anything. And of course, here's Momotombo, and Momotombo isn't doing a heck of a lot either. It is still continuing to smoke, but we're not seeing anything major coming out of it. Let's take a quick peek. We see a couple stars. That is pretty. There is a volcano here somewhere, but it's not doing a darn thing. Next one is Santiaguito report, and there you can see some. This is of course a shot from a Landsat 8/9, and this is NASA and USGS, and you can see the lava right there. That is pretty cool, and of course a plume of smoke or ash. And looks like the lava was flowing down this way, and that is Santiaguito there in that's Fuego's buddy, so in Guatemala, and that is pretty cool. I just figured we'd share that one with you, and we'll carry on to other volcanoes, and this one is Merapi. And let's see what Merapi is doing. I got to get onto that page if I can find it. There's Merapi. There we go. And Merapi, at least it was out of the clouds today. It wasn't doing as much though, and fairly quiet, not that much smoke or off-gassing. Earlier it did have a lenticular cloud, and there we are, 4:04 a.m. it did. And if we back up a little bit more, 3:04, and yep, Merapi wrapped itself. And going back a little bit more, 1:30, they had that cloud on top of it. So obviously we weren't going to see a darn thing. And this is at just about midnight their time. So very quiet there. Let's pop this back to live. And that is what it looks like at present, 8:24 a.m. There in Java, in central Java. And of course here is New Zealand. And again, we're not seeing a heck of a lot of the thing that we're supposed to look at there. And that is Mount Ruapehu. And that, of course, there it is a little bit. And that is about 6 hours ago. And again, it's kind of inclement weather there, rain and stuff, but no eruption, so all good, and everybody is safe for Christmas. And going to our next page here, this is Taupo something. We do see that we did have a quake in there just not too long ago. But we're not seeing anything major going on there in the last 24 hours, so pretty quiet and benign, and I'm not going to worry about that. Just so if you want to know what it looks like there's what we've got going on. Back in there is where our Ruapehu is. I'm not sure exactly where, since we can't see it because of the clouds. But that is their day there at Lake Taupo in New Zealand, and that didn't look too bad. Thank you for the 5-minute warning. And we will put this back onto Merapi and carry on over to Semeru. Oh, you weren't supposed to see that first. Well, let's look at that first. There you can see Semeru from a little ways back, and that is East Java. And of course that is from today. And volcanic type eruptions continue to take place from this, what is it, Yongrin Saloko crater is, I guess is what they call it. Regular intervals of 15 to 30 minutes. Gray ash plumes rose 500 to 700 meters above the crater, throwing lava bombs in various directions. Okay, the Volcano Observatory reported a seismic signal that with a maximum amplitude of 22 millimeters and a duration of 100 seconds. So it was doing things, but nothing too crazy. There's the picture a little bit bigger, and that is what it was doing today. So gives you a pretty good idea. Let's see if did they have other shots. I like that one. That is strong Strombolian eruption at 3,050 meters vent. Not sure where that is. That might be there at Semeru, but I don't know. Lichen on the lava rocks. That's pretty cool too. I'm a liking it. Get it? Lichen? Never mind. Bad humor. Let's go to Semeru itself and see if they're back on the air. Oh, they got current commercials. So let's see if we can skip those and see what we've got. A lenticular cloud up top, and earlier it wasn't on, so I guess they did turn it back on, but it was in the clouds for the most part. really no sense in checking through. That is about as good of a view as we get. This was what it was like earlier, and that's not very happy. And this is about 9 hours ago. So yeah, it was one of those days where visibility was poor at the very best, and back to alive. So that's what we've got there. And quickly popping over to Japan. There you can see more snow on that snowy volcano called Sakurajima, and that is over here, Sakurajima. The ice cream boat is also here, and I figure I'd pop that in before I go on my break. But for those who see that, you can go get your ice cream, and that'll all be good. And there goes the transit bus now. You can hop on and go down the road, and make sure you get off there and take that left, go down to the boat and get your ice cream. So pretty cool. Welcome, Oli. I'm glad to have you on board. And let's see, did anybody else pop in? Nope. For right now, though, it is a break time, you guys. I'm going to go take a short break, 5 minutes or so, and then we will get back to things, and we'll carry on. I'm going to put you back on canned lava because we really don't have anything else going on right now. And on that friendly note, for those good people who are enjoying the show, if you haven't yet hit that like button, quick, and give it a bop and help us out. It is free. It doesn't cost you a darn thing, and all that nice stuff. Also, if you're not subscribed yet, sitting on the outside, by all means, do give that subscribe button a bop if you feel we've earned it. On that friendly note, I'm your host, DrFox2000, here at Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, where it is cold, but not as cold as it was yesterday. It's only minus 20 degrees Celsius. I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. Don't go away. Thanks. And there we go. I got the microphone back on. Welcome back, everyone. And hey, what's with the dancing shoes? And C&D boy, you look pretty awesome in those stilettos. Thank you for the welcome backs from Oz and Sue and Kevin Haynes and Kananaskis Country. And yeah, I really don't want to see C&D boy in those stilettos. Oh boy, that'd be a little bit on the funny side. Anyway, let's get back to where we were supposed to be, and that was, of course, getting our ice cream there, and not going to happen. Thank you, Bob. A man of my faith. It's glad that you aren't going to do that. And thanks, Thor, for the welcome back. Anyway, the other ice cream boat, the one just left, and the other one came in while we were on break. So you still have an ice cream boat if you need to go get one. Let's get over to the other shot here, and of course this is what it is looking like there at Sakurajima in Japan right now. If we go back a little bit earlier and take a look at what we see, yeah, snowshoes, that might be the better thing to have on. We see a lot more snow on Sakurajima. This is, of course, the second day in a row that it has been full of snow. And if we go back, I'm just trying to get it back in the light yet here a little bit. There you go. You can kind of see it. I guess it was doing its thing. Going back in time, we don't see any glow or anything like that happening there. And not sure what is happening with that volcano right now as we go back through the night. We do see it is continuing to off-gas fairly heavily, so I'm not sure what's going on, but it is what it is. Might be a faint glow right there, and that is 1:15, 1:16 a.m. So likely some lava in the crater, but we're not seeing anything as popping out of there, unfortunately. So that is all cool. Let's put it back on live. Quick peek. There's a closer up view of the crater or a caldera from the outside, of course. And you can see the sugar coating all over that wonderful volcano. And that is the snow that it has received. All right, next volcano, of course, is Suwanoshijima, also in Japan. And this one is a little further to the south on its own little island. And we can see it is off-gassing fairly heavily from the back vent area. And that is what it's doing. I don't know if it continued to do that earlier. Let's take a look here. And yeah, kind of hard to tell with the low quality, unfortunately. But it does look like it's been raining there. And is that Godzilla trying to get out of that volcano? Perhaps a Godzilla movement. I have no idea. Anyway, let's back up a little bit more, and you can see it was a little more quiet. We do see some smoke coming out of the front one here, and that is interesting, and that back one is likely continuing. Again, this one as well, didn't see too much of a glow coming out of it earlier. This is fairly clear sky there at night, but the quality of the video is such that it is very difficult to identify anything. Anyway, we'll leave it as that. It is fairly quiet right now. And let's go over to this one for a second. This, of course, is Mount Fuji. And the winds are blowing across it and whipping that snow right off of it. And we see that that is happening. It's pretty awesome to see. And lots of people down in the front bottom area here looking at the touristy volcano, of course. So let me put this one back to where I can find it, and that of course is Sakurajima. Let's head over to the next shot, and this is Yellowstone National Park. Hey Yona, welcome Yona, and Merry Christmas to you, and happy holidays, all that stuff. And I love you, Dr. Fox, and all. Glad that you popped in, and thanks for saying hi, and hope your Christmas is a wonderful one. And speaking of Christmases, tomorrow we will be streaming. Tomorrow is Saturday, and we will be streaming from 2 till 4. It will be strictly a 2-hour show. I will not go any longer tomorrow. It will go from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock my time. That, of course, is 4 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. And I'm not sure what the other times work out to be, but only 2 hours. Okay, so I do have other things to do. And while we're on the subject, we will also stream, very likely stream on Sunday, on Christmas Day. And of course, everything is out the window if we have an eruption somewhere. That is viewable. But the same thing goes for Sunday. And Monday's volcano stream, if the weather holds, Monday's volcano stream will be canceled, and in lieu of the volcano stream, we are going to do the candy cane lane run. So that is what we refer to as a Boxing Day here, and hopefully it'll be all right. Is it cold where you are? Yes, it certainly is, Yona. Actually, it's warmed up, Yona. It's warmed up a whole bunch. Right now, it's only a minus 18 Celsius. It was a minus 38 Celsius a couple days ago. And yesterday is when it started to get a little warmer again. Yes, if you heard me right, it was a minus 38 Celsius. So quite cold. And anyway, back to the thing about Monday. So that is what we're going to do on Monday. The plans are there, and keeping fingers crossed that we don't run into any issues or snowstorms. And we would really like to go see Candy Cane Lane, and hopefully everyone will come along for the ride, and that'll be really awesome. Anyway, let's continue on. Next volcano on our list, of course, is over in Hawaii. This one at Yellowstone, there really wasn't too much going on. I did see the geyser, Old Faithful, doing its thing, but nothing really super coming out of it other than it's a normal steam. And let's get on to what we've got going here right now. Let's see. I gotta see where the heck I am. Gotta find my screenshot. There we are. So this is from earlier, of course, from 11:56 Hawaii time. And there you can see the lava pond in Kilauea's crater. It is still there, hasn't turned into anything, and no lava monsters coming out. And here's what it looks like at present. And we see that it is still no fresh lava, nothing. So very disappointing, but it is what it is. And next shot, of course, is this one. You can see the primary event that we used to have right there. It is in a fumarole state, off-gassing. We do see some off-gassing from other spots as well, and not sure what to make of this. And I'm still thinking if we don't have any lava pouring in, and that magma or lava underneath the crust here is going to disappear, and it's got to go somewhere. Unless it's just going to sit there forever, but it'll take a very long time to cool down, because we know the depth is over 400 feet of lava. And that is a lot of lava. That's 140 meters worth, and that is a pretty big caldera. So you can bet that that will be hot for a bunch of years to come. Anyway, let's leave that be. This is the current shot right now. We do still see some off-gassing up high here, and in some other spots in the back here, some gases, even up front. You never know, this could come back to life. Here's the thermal image from 11:56 a.m. Fairly cool looking, and no heat source. You take a look at the colors here. That gives you an approximated color of or temperature of about 110 degrees Celsius. So it's really not as hot as it used to be. And we'll refresh, and there you can see it cool down even more. So really not doing a heck of a lot. But that is what we've got. Here is the image. Oh, that's from yesterday. Let's see if that will refresh. No, it won't on this page for some reason. But that was yesterday's shot there of the Mauna Loa caldera. And if we go over to the other one, that would be this site here, and we can see that is the current picture right there. So that is what we were seeing, and a little bit more cloud. They do have some blue skies over there, but some of that snow melted, not by much though, and we see the same thing. If we scroll through these, let's see if this, oh, I didn't grab, because I had to reboot again, I didn't grab another shot of it. Anyway, let's quick peek here. Lots of snow. That's on Mauna Kea, looking over at Mauna Loa, and they both have snow up at the tops. Again, another Mauna Kea shot looking at Mauna Loa, and that's what we see there. Here's your lava flow. Nice clean shot of it today. So there's your saddle road, or the highway, if you want to call it that. You can see some vehicles there, very small, but they are there. And yeah, more snow shots, and that's your Fisher 3, and not doing a heck of a lot. There's some more icicles, and there's some more shots of the lava flow, and nothing new to report there. And a very crooked picture of the actual caldera there at or the Fisher 3. I don't know, maybe a bird landed on the camera. I have no idea why it's crooked, but definitely some snow still up there. All right, so that's it for there. Let's pop over to the earthquake map, and we will take a look real quick at some of the quakes. I am not going to go through the quakes today as far the way we normally do them. I'm just going to go take a quick peek at some of them. We did have one quake up on Mauna Loa, and that is 2.9 meters, 2.9 kilometers above sea level. Happened at 1749. So that is it there. We'll look at the fresh ones here. 2.3 from 1835, 33.5 clicks down, and a couple of other ones here. 2.2 from 1811, and that is 29 kilometers down. This one here, 2.9, a little bit bigger, 1757, and then this guy, 2.2. So that's kind of what we've got there. Pahala area. There are a bunch of smaller ones. I'm not going to worry about them. And over here at Kilauea, we do see a few quakes. This one, 2.4, 7:37 this morning, 1.9 kilometers below sea level. 1.9 over here, 1.4 kilometers below sea level from 4:20 a.m. This one 1.8, and that is 1.9 kilometers below sea level, 1415. And then we've got this one 1.9 in magnitude, 1:51 a.m., 1.4 kilometers down. Next guy over here is 1.5, 1.8 kilometers below sea level, 10:32. And 2.0 from 14 minutes after midnight, 1.6 clicks down. And this one here is 2.4 kilometers below sea level, and that is a 2.1, 8:19 a.m. And this one 2.1 as well, 49 minutes after midnight, 2.4 clicks down. So really nothing major or new happening there. And we see we really don't have any major earthquakes along the North American coast. We do see two quakes here, one in Bolivia, 4.4 from yesterday, 22/21, 222 kilometers down, and that 4.3 there in Argentina from yesterday as well, from 21/12, and that was at 216 kilometers down. And down here, right at the end of the Aztec plate, a 5.3, and that was considered to be in Chile. 13:03 was the time on it, 10.6 kilometers down. Sliding over a little bit, we see a 5.8 there in the Antarctic Ridge area, 1:39 a.m., 10 kilometers down. And then we've got this guy, that would be a Tonga, 4.8, 8:25 a.m., 10 kilometers down for that one. And sliding over, we do see little ones here, 4.7 Papua New Guinea from 18 minutes after midnight, 96.5 kilometers down. Then we got 3 over here, 4.4 Banda Sea, yesterday's 21:30. 145 clicks down. This one also same area, 4.8, and 17:53 was the time on it, 123 kilometers down. And another one, 4.2, and that was yesterday's at 22:49. That one's a little deeper at 395 kilometers down. We don't see anything else over there. We do have a little one here in Taiwan, 4.8. And that is from 1417, 13.2 clicks down. And one little guy up here in Kamchatka Peninsula, 4.9, and that is at 10:23 a.m. and 124.8 kilometers down for him. We don't see anything else except for up here, and this is really, really weird. 4.2 up here in Russia, 4:10 a.m., and that is 10 kilometers down. And let's see, do we have time to zip over to, yeah, we do. I did refresh this earlier, I'm going to refresh it again. Canary Islands, not anything super major going on there. We did check earlier, there was nothing up north, but let's just take a quick peek and see what we've got for today. There are a few, but nothing major. Out in the water, there was a 1.2, 13 kilometers down, and that is 1:23 a.m. Then we've got a 2.1, and 1.2. Dyslexia's got me today. 10 kilometers down, 1:31 a.m. for him. 1.2 from 4:58 a.m., 11 kilometers down, also in the water. Then we've got this one here as a 1.8, 9 kilometers down, and that's also in the water at 10:25 a.m. And then this guy, 1.5, that's the star that's flashing, 6 kilometers down, happened at 20:09. On that friendly note, it is time to take another break, you guys. And oh, we had a new quake just showed up here, 4.6. And that is on one of the Russian islands. So that is what they consider Russian islands. I call those disputed islands, but it is there. That's 57.1 kilometers down, happened at 18:39 their time. So all cool. and we will leave those maps be. We will come back and take a look at the weather. Let's see. What are you up to there, Kim? I see you said hi everyone, but I didn't see what kind of prank you tried to pull here. So far, I see you come in there. All right, we'll keep an eye on him. He's not going to get me with anything today, I guarantee it. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to go take a break. I'm going to put you back on canned lava for Hawaii, since we don't have any other lava. And we'll see what we can come up with. Pardon me. And here comes some canned lava, I hope. There we go. And on that friendly note, what I already did? What did you did? Kim, what did you did? Anyway, I gotta go take a break, you guys. And don't go away. We have the weather to do after the break, so keep smiling. And you don't, what? You didn't scroll up enough. Kim, when I'm doing the show, I don't have time to scroll up. I'm busy on another screen, okay? I can't sit there and read the chat and see what everybody's chatting about. I'm the guy running the show. That's where the difference comes in. Anyway, I'm going to go for a break because the guy running the show needs his voice to be saved for tomorrow's show. So I'll be back. Don't go away, you guys. Keep smiling. Enjoy the canned lava. Don't forget to hit the like button. Maybe Kim did. That'd be nice. All right, I'll be back. And there we go. The microphone is back on. Welcome or welcome back, everyone. Yeah, sure. Put the stilettos on there, Mr. Bob. Yeah. Oh, somebody better be standing by to fix his broken ankle if he does that. And thank you for the welcome backs from Oz and from Sue and Old Mummy of Hamsters saying welcome back, Uncle Doc. And thanks, Canonescus Country. Thanks for the welcome back there. And yeah, it certainly would be nice to have a lovely volcano happen for our Christmas, but so far we're not seeing one. Unfortunately. But anyway, let's carry on with the show here. I want to try to wrap this up before the bottom of the hour. And we'll make it quick as far as looking at everything. We do see we have a lot more blue in the Pacific, which is really nice. And the western United States and the bottom end of Canada also getting a little bit nicer, as well as the top area up here. So some good news in that sense. Some of that SO2 is starting to really disappear. And we do see, though, that out in the eastern portions of the U.S., they are still very heavily inundated with it. But we see this system here going around and above Sue Hayes' place. It's no SO2, so she's breathing clean air. Really cool. And One Fish 26, welcome. Glad to have you on board. And we do see also out here in the other portions of the Atlantic some very clean areas as well. And even over here in the Sahara Desert, starting to really get a lot better looking. So very happy to see that. Unfortunately, the Antarctica areas, of course, with the snow melt along the coastal areas, we are seeing a buildup of SO2 gases, as some of that stuff that was trapped in the ice, as the ice is melting, and then we get that as a result. So that is kind of what we've got. I'm not going to dwell too much on this. We do still see here in Mexico, it's kind of twirling around in here, but going across the Gulf of Mexico, we see our stuff from Central America moving into the Pacific. And of course, our stuff here in Colombia is going out into the Pacific as well. Southern areas in Chile moving inland as normal, and some of it getting right into the Atlantic at the lower levels. So that is pretty cool. And White Isle Volcano, a little bit more off-gassing today. So that is in New Zealand. And no barbecue from Leo. And he must be shut down. The refinery there, a little bit of SO2. Coking plants north of Sydney still doing their thing. Over here, Tofua in Tonga still doing its thing. And then, of course, Vanuatu and Yasur, and the bigger one that is causing the problem, Aoba. And this is pretty normal here in Papua New Guinea area. And nothing really outrageous there either. It would be Semeru, Merapi, and Krakatau out here, but a lot of that is coming from Jakarta as well. Ibu and Dakono still doing their thing happily. Not seeing so much coming out of the Philippines, and a lot of stuff still coming out of China, of course. Pollution, and we are seeing here a little bit of a raised level in this area. Hard to tell though, and that is Suwanoshi-jima, and this area here is from Sakurajima in Japan. So that's what we've got there, going up to the Kamchatka Peninsula. looking fairly quiet there as well, and that is drawn into Russia, so not so bad. We do see South Africa still doing its thing with the smelting plants for all that gold, and central DR Congo area there, still the two volcanoes and the coking plants there. RTVE would be making this little tiny plume here. The rest of this is basic pollution. And we take a quick look here. This is from Mount Etna, and not as heavy as it could be, but that is moving into Africa. Looks not too bad in Spain and France, bottom end of Germany, top end of Germany, and not bad. SO2 levels are relieving, so that is really good to see, and that includes over here in England. Iceland still getting some of those plumes pushing through there, but I'm sure in time that will change. So that's a quick, brief look at SO2. Let's go over to temperatures, and we'll try to make this quick. We do see some very cold temperatures up in the northern portions of Canada. Don't like it. It is a lot warmer down here, though, and that is really nice and good to see. That is moving to the east a little more, and we'll see what happens. So Vancouver coming in at about +2 rather than -7 like yesterday, and us here showing a -20 degrees Celsius right now in Edmonton, much better than the -38 we had previously a couple days ago. And seeing a low here in Ontario, or actually that's in Quebec, but they've got that snow coming in, and this is not good for this whole region. They've got that storm going through there. Hopefully everyone is okay and ready for it and hunkered down. London, Ontario at -16. We see a -12 there in Toronto, and going over to Montreal, we see -8, and Quebec City getting a balmy 0. And I don't even want to know what Sue has got for her temperature. +9. Rub it in, Sue. Holy mackerel. Halifax coming in at 9 or 10 as well. They got that banana belt tropical air coming in there, warming us up, or them up, not us. We're too far away. And we do see this here, and Sue, you realize that you're going to pay the piper for this when that low moves off. That cold's going to follow that low. And supposed to be a 12, +12 by morning. Wow. And then come later Christmas Day, it'll be so cold you won't know what to do. And the Newfoundland, a little cooler, and then of course up here in Labrador, very cold. Let's take a quick look at the west coast of the U.S. Portland -3 right now. San Jose making it to 12 degrees Celsius. LA at 14, and probably about 16 in Death Valley. We'll see what that shows up at. 14 in Death Valley, 57 degrees Fahrenheit, and Mexicali is about the same temperature as Death Valley. Phoenix at 14 as well, so 57 Celsius Fahrenheit. A little cooler in Tucson, and boy, these guys in Texas are feeling it. And there we go, a -3 in San Antonio, -3 in Houston, and about a -6, -7 there in Dallas. Not so good for them. And even over here in New Orleans, wow, a -1 in New Orleans, and Tallahassee coming in at -1. And it looks like the bottom end is the only safe place, and it's only 20 there in Miami right now. Looking at the rest of the stuff up the eastern seashore, They are still doing okay. Grandma Bee's house being minus 7 Celsius right now, but it looks like that snowstorm is coming. So brace yourselves for that very bitterly cold that is coming along with it. New York minus 12, Boston still in the tropics at minus 2, and of course over here in Halifax very warm. And that is what we've got there. Cancun only making it to about 23 degrees today. And sliding into South America, we see it starts to warm up. Some 30-degree stuff there in Colombia, as well as still very warm in the Amazon, and Paraguay seems to be the hot spot for nighttime temperatures. Having 30 degrees is pretty awesome. And looking at the bottom end of Argentina, it's not too bad, but when you get further down, still a little on the cool side. So that is good for there. Let's go over to New Zealand, have a quick peek there. Really doesn't look too bad there, and we see a little bit on the cold side on the western side. Christchurch coming in at about 19 degrees. And we got about 18, 19 in Wellington, about the same, and sliding over to Auckland, New Zealand there, where we see 21, and about 22, 23 where Grenzed is. So Grenzed has got some awesome weather. And let's look at Tasmania real quick. We see that they hit some areas here. Very, very warm, 22, 23. Hobart making it up to 18. Highlands here a little bit cooler, but looking pretty nice for there. Melbourne making it to 20, 21 today. And looking over here at Adelaide, 21 as well. Sydney roasting at about 28, 29 degrees. Going up to home of Oz. She's only got 25 degrees today, so that is pretty cool. And hey, Carla Ott is there. Yep, you, Carla, you won the 1 month free membership. Perth over there is 25, 26. And we've got some warm temperatures in the outback, up to about 40 degrees in some spots, but not really anything super, super bad. At least they're not cooking at 45 or something. Fiji 28 today, and looks like Vanuatu about 28, 29, 30, 31 there in Papua New Guinea. And here's this Darien still doing its thing. And of course the rest of the Philippine, Malaysian, Indonesian area is the top end, a little bit cooler, but 23 degrees there in, it says 25. Thanks, Sue. 24, yeah, it could be about there. That's in Bangkok, that's not bad. Manila only making it to 25. No, 30 degrees today. So a cold front moving through. Anyway, looking at Japan, very, very cold. Single digits, lower end for the most part. Up in the north, probably getting some more snow. We do see a low sitting there. And of course, you see Kamchatka Peninsula, not quite as cold as what it was, but it is still there. And we see that storm here off the coast of India and Sri Lanka, still doing its thing. We see another progressive low over here. So these ones could be more storms. Looking at Cape Town, making it to about 17 today. And pretty normal for nighttime stuff there in our African areas. And again, that cold crept back into the Sahara Desert. Not so good. Cairo only making it to 12 today. And let's take a look at Piggy's house, see what it's like there. And looks like about 15, 16 degrees for Piggy. And we'll see that, thanks Sue. 12 degrees, so the map is way off again. Darn it, And anyway, that is what we've got. Looks like Greece is fairly cool. Looks like Sicily is holding some warmth, which is probably good. And Italy, coastal areas are not bad. We got Naples coming in at 11, Rome about 10, and Milano only making it to 6, but they are on the positive side. New Irish Monkland, and I wish we could hear from the guy, is anywhere from about 12 to 15, 16 degrees. Spain looking a little on the cool side right now. Portugal on the coast a little bit warmer. And then we take a look at France. France is receiving some of that warm air. The bottom end here a little colder, but up in the top around 10 degrees there in Paris. Nantes is, what is it, 11 there, so not bad. Munich coming in at 10, 10 in Cologne, that's right near Yvonne, Kunkel's place, and 8 in Frankfurt, Berlin coming in at 5, Hamburg about 4, and Copenhagen down to about -1 or 0, very close to it, a little cooler up there in Denmark. London making it into about 9 degrees right now. They are getting a hit with that warm stuff coming off of the Gulf coast, or sorry, the Gulf Stream, as they call it there, from over in the Bahamas and those areas. Anyway, we see Irish Monkland. Doolin should be about 7 degrees, and then Dublin over on the other side about 6. Looks a little colder up here in Scotland, but not below 0. And Oslo, -12, where Stockholm is -6. A little bit warmer over there in St. Petersburg, and they will have a warmer Christmas. Same thing with Moscow. And looking up in the northern portions, not too cold in those areas, but Finland up in the north, fairly cold as well. And of course, Iceland, we see some very, very cold temperatures there. And looking at what we've got in Reykjavik, it looks like -9 here. What did we end up getting? There is, it says -7. So the map's a little off, but hey, and that is still okay. If we combine the two, it's probably -8. Anyway, that is our weather around the world real quick. Pardon me. Let's do precipitation really quickly. And here's the stuff that is happening in western Canada, all the way up and down the coast, all the way up to the Alaskan Panhandle and down to past Oregon. We see that they've got snow in those places. Edmonton getting snow. We're supposed to get snow on and off for a while, so it doesn't surprise me. But here is the mess down east and northern Ontario and the Great Lake areas. Everybody is getting snow, lots and lots of snow. And here in the tropics, where Sue is, they are getting rain and fog, and that is pretty nasty. So yeah, what's it say here? And this is every 3 hours. Just imagine getting 20 centimeters of snow every 3 hours. That would be 60. Well, you get 10 hours, you got a meter of snow. That is pretty deep. And I don't think you'd want to do that. Anyway, Central America, some rainstorms. Looks like the skinny part of the Yucatan here, where it starts, has got a storm. And of course, looking at South America, rain in the rainforest of Brazil. And there we see down here in Buenos Aires area, some rain in there as well. Same with in Argentina, not bad. Looking at New Zealand, it is the season to be cloudy. and there they've got all kinds of different rain showers all over the place in both North and South Island. So pretty decent the amounts of rain, and Auckland getting rained on as well. Tasmania, not so much rain. Bottom end of Australia here, very little, a little bit out here on the coast. And just south of Oz, all the way down to almost Sydney, they've got some rain. And to the north of Oz, they've got some rain. And this big storm is sitting here churning away out in the wastelands where nobody does anything. No, you want to go exclamation W and then space and then Brisbane, Oz, if you want to put your weather in there. That would work. So if you try that, here like this. Yeah, you got it. But you got to spell it right. Oh, it did work. It did work. Okay. Brisbane works just as well as Brisbane. All right, 26 degrees there. That is pretty nice and cloudy. Hooray! Yep, and all good. Here we see those storms. Up here in the Indian area, and of course down in the Indian Ocean, and our Malaysian, Indonesian, and Philippine areas are getting nailed with all kinds of stuff. And Japan still getting all kinds of different snow showers. Sea of Japan still not looking very good. They've got that low sitting over here, churning away. Kamchatka Peninsula on the southern tip, getting nailed really bad. Let's go take a look at what we've got here. Africa, some rain spots, of course. Nothing too serious. Sahara is dry. Middle East is dry, with the exception of what we're seeing here, and that is a storm system sitting in Iraq and Iran, and that is moved south of Turkey, so hopefully they won't get too much snow / rain. No rain for Piggy, and Mount Etna may get a few showers, but nothing serious. And looks like Spain is only getting the tip, a little bit nasty, but that's it. Some rain coming across in bands in France, of course the Alps, cold and rain and snow, and some rain in Germany as well, looking at that, and northern portions of Holland are getting some rain there as well. And looking at the northern end of England and some of Wales, getting some snow, getting rain. They're getting snow up here, a mix of rain and snow up in Scotland. Not too much rain there in Ireland, which is good for them. Quick peek at Iceland, and we see that low sitting over there now. And they are not bad. They've got a high sitting there that's going to keep them cold, but keep the snow away. So, yeah, that'll be cool. All right, let's pop this back over to the temperatures. Quick peek at Antarctica to see what the cold temps are down there today. And we barely hit a minus 43, what we see. Yeah, minus 43 is what I see down there. I don't see any minus 44s. It's almost tropical there. Okay, let's go over to our Arctic and see what we've got happening in there. And yeah, there's some spots that are still very cold. Minus 46 up here in the Yukon, minus 48. And let's see if we can find anything colder. Minus 49 in the Yukon. Do we hear minus 50? And I think that might be about our maximum there, minus 49. And that is up there in the Yukon. So, yep, I don't see any minus 50s. We'll take a look over here, though. There are some other spots that have possibilities. And minus 44, 47, 48. And what we got here? 47. There's another spot with a 49. And I don't see anything else there. So, two places. Oh, there's a minus 50. And there we go. Minus 50 is our low temp for Canada. And that is up there. And hopefully that's not too bad. What do we got for Greenland? That is a minus 51 for Greenland. That is not so good. And is there any colder stuff? Do we hear a minus 52? So no, minus 51 in Greenland. So that we got there, and then looking at our other stuff here. Siberia, why are you so warm? And it is warmer there today. Let's go over here where it usually is really, really cold. And minus 41. Hang on, there's got to be colder stuff here. And there's, you can almost start a vehicle at minus 41. And it's got to be colder than that. And let's see if, what about up here? Minus 43. Where'd that 43 go? 42, 40. Yeah, I think minus 43 is about all I can find up there. So let's go with minus 43, maybe along the river. No. Minus 43. So that's what I've got. So, all right, minus 43 for in Russia. And yep, there you go. So comparing what we got, oh, all right, we are tied with Antarctica, and I beat you out by 1 degree up in Canada, and by 1 degree in 2 degrees in Greenland, and you whooped me with what is it? You got 45, minus 45 in Siberia. I only found minus 43. So I don't know. What do we call that today? It's kind of a tie, I guess, in a way. And that is all right, Sue. And that is excellent. And thank you for playing along and doing that. I don't know if I want to win that. Anyway, let's go feed the animals. So the mammoths and the polar bears, and of course the penguins. I must feed the penguins. They've got little ones coming soon. And that's it for today's stream. So thank you everyone for being on board. I really do appreciate all of you being here. And that is awesome. And big thank you. Wow, Oz. First super chat of the day. Thank you, Oz. And Oz throws happy Darkness, lava lovers. Stay safe, joyful, and lavally. Love to all. Thank you very kindly, Oz. That is very, very nice. And that is an Australian $5 super chat. Thank you very kindly there, Oz. And that is all cool. Big thank you to you, Oz, of course, first off, for sending Piggy that wonderful package that looked really good. Also, a big thank you to you for gifting away 2 1-month memberships. And I did also gift away a 5-pack of those 1-month memberships. So we have a 7 is the total for today that renewed. And then, of course, the only super chat for today from Oz thank you very kindly, Oz, for your wonderful and generous support. And you being here is always a great joy. So on those friendly notes, thank you everyone for being here. Everyone that is a part of our wonderful lava family, thank you very kindly for being here. And that is wonderful. Of course, today is the night before Christmas, as they call it, and it is one of those things. So tomorrow our stream, like I said, will be 2 hours long. It will not be any longer than that, and just so you know, because it is Christmas Eve. And as a German, I usually celebrate most of my Christmas stuff on Christmas Eve, and just wanted to throw that in. Oh, Grandma B throws in a super chat as well. Thank you very much, Grandma B. And that is awesome. Grandma B and throws in a $2 super chat. Very kind of you, Grandma B. Appreciate that. So thank you, everyone. A big thank you to our moderators, Arizona Snowman, Piggy, CND Boy, Gary, 24/7 Live, He's at Skies, and possibly Joseph Fields and Lucas Snow on the sidelines there. And again, a big thank you to everyone in here, because it is all of you that makes this stream go. So thank you to all of you, and really appreciate some of the wonderful stuff. Sue puts in a lot of effort sending me all kinds of information, and Sue, I do have to say thank you. You know, just so it doesn't go unnoticed. Want to do that, and that is always important that you understand. It is appreciated, even though sometimes we can't use some of it. It is appreciated though, and like I said before many times, you know, if I can't use it, at least it'll give some subject matter that we can go after and take a look at. So thank you for that. Also, again, thanks for everyone, you know, for being here, part of the wonderful lava family. And it's been interesting, a couple of years already, almost going on doing this. So will be pretty cool. So our second Christmas together, I guess. But like I say, anyway, tomorrow we will have a 2-hour stream. It will no longer be any longer than 2 hours. We'll definitely keep it as a condensed version. And same thing will happen for Christmas Day. So if you have nothing going on, you are more than welcome to pop in there. And like I said before, unless there's some kind of major eruption somewhere, then things will change a little bit. But for right now, that's kind of how we're seeing it. And that is all cool. And I do see Arizona Snowman peeked in and said thanks, and thank you for popping in there. And I appreciate that, Arizona Snowman. Okay, on those friendly notes, be good, be kind, take care of yourselves, and all the best to all of you. Very, very Merry Christmas to those people who are not going to be here tomorrow or Christmas Day. You know, just wanted to throw that out. And please have yourselves a wonderful, joyous, and safe Christmas. And be good, be kind. And, well, we should always be kind to each other, but be kind, especially tomorrow and on Sunday. That would really be awesome. And on those friendly notes, schedules to all eruption for 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. No, not 4 p.m. Oh, Eastern. Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll work. But make sure that you let them know to start streaming it. Right now, there is no camera on at all. So, anyway, be good, be kind, and please, most of all, remember what I always say. Please tell your loved ones that you love them tonight. for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. We will see everyone tomorrow. And remember, tomorrow is Saturday, so early stream. And that is 2 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Eastern. And then you guys can figure that out from there. Be good, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, and good night or good day, and oink oink.